Hello everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's live video every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on my Facebook page. I also upload it to YouTube, so if you're following me there, that works as well. So let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from, if it's your first time here. And I'll get my laptop synced up so I can watch for comments. Okay, there we go. All right. And my screen is straight for once. Yes, I adjusted it quite a bit beforehand, so it worked. All right, so wait for a comment or two to show I'm live. I'm seeing the screen. Lately it's been slow to process the comments, so interesting. Okay, there we go. Carol, first one on. Thank you. Thank you for posting. Okay, I'm going to start out with the inventory status report. So there's just a few gems that are unavailable, the peppermints, but there's good news. They will be returning. They're not on the last chance list. And I believe same with the cherry cobbler and clear berry gems. These items, it looks like will be returning and are not on the last chance list as well. Hi, Joan, thank you. And then there's quite a few dies and I guess one embossing folder and a punch, and January 27th for the Home Builder Punch. Hi, Carol. Hi, Barb. Hi, Jean. Okay, all right, so that's the inventory status report. The only other way for non-demonstrators to know what's available is to go to the online store and start looking around. So then when you click on a product, it will say if it's in low inventory or unavailable. Unfortunately, the product list does not give you a date, which is why I do this for you in case you want to know you're waiting on a product. So, but it looks like most of these items are not retiring, so at least I'm pretty sure they're not. But the last chance list is out, and there are a lot of items in the last chance list. So many of them are reduced sale. The first part of the last chance list, when you go, first of all, to find it, when you log on to StampinUp.com or go to my site, shopwithleanne.com, same things. If you're shopping for me, you're going to want to use a host code to get a free product or a free tutorial. And once you're there at the top screen, there's three little lines. They call it a hamburger icon. Click on that, and then you go down to specials. Under specials is the last chance product list. And in there, you're going to find everything from retiring holiday catalog products to clearance rack to kits, our kit collection kits that are retiring, and our scrapbook line that is, a few scrapbook products are retiring. So that's where you're going to find everything grouped together. There's no longer a clearance rack. That's been combined with the last chance products and will change every 2 months. So the even months of the year, the next update for this product listing is February. So that's when this will change, but things will slowly go away. They are truly last chance. So that's the update on that. The other thing that's new is we released 3 new designer papers to our online store that are a special release and available while supplies last. I actually have 2 card kits to go featuring these 2 papers this month. If you want to see them, go to florabookshop.com and you can see all of my tutorials, my kits to go, my glue stands, and cookbooks and whatnot in there. So I encourage you to shop around. And this is my blog post. So when you want a free project sheet, that's where you go to get my free project sheets for the projects I do online or in my videos. That's where you'll find that. Okay, that's the news. Oh, I do need to say I will not have a video next Tuesday. It is Christmas Eve, and we're having a bunch of family coming, so I'll be prepping for that and cleaning and cooking and whatnot. So I'll be back on the 31st. So in 2 weeks from today, I will have my next live video. I do want to say I have an open house scheduled on January 4th here in Minot, North Dakota for the new catalogs. Oh, I didn't bring them over here. Let me grab them real quick. for the Spring and Celebration catalogs. So I'll be featuring a ton of products. I just mailed out almost 100 swap cards to my online swap groups yesterday. So good to be done with that. So I think I did 2 groups in Celebration and 3 groups from the mini catalog. So I will have a ton of samples for my open house. So yeah, and I'll of course be crafting with things from these catalogs. So these start, I believe, January 7th. And there's going to be 3 new kits that day. We'll have new online exclusives that day, a new scrapbook brochure that day. There's a lot of new things coming in January. So yeah, fun times for the new catalogs and products. All right, so let's do prize patrol. So last week I was giving away, I mentioned this was the prize for commenting. And hello everybody. What am I cooking, Jean? Oh gosh. I have a long list of options. I know they want lasagna. I likely will do tacos or enchiladas. I love to cook, and after today, I have a card club tonight, my last one of the month, and then I will be starting on my baking. I've done 2 things so far, and I probably have 9 more items to bake or make. So lots of baking, and I like to give cookie trays away to my neighbors and some friends, and so it's just been a tradition. We all have a favorite, so I have to make everybody's favorite, plus some things I either want to try or whatever. So yeah, maybe I'll share some pictures and maybe some recipes about what I'm making and if they turn out well. So these are the gems for last week's. If you commented on the video, they're called Festive Pearls, and they are adorable and so nice and small. I've always loved these. I want something like this back. I've been asking Stampin' Up! For this. So this is the prize for commenting last week, and the winner of the person who shared receives a free tutorial from my shop. So they can shop and pick out any tutorial there for free. It's a $16 value. So that's exciting for somebody who wants some inspiration. So Lori Jacob won the gems, and Brenda Crawford won the tutorial. So I don't know if they're watching yet, but I'm also waiting for Charlotte to give me her email address so she can pick out from last week's tutorial. All right, so this is for commenting and a free tutorial for sharing. So I hope you help me get the word out on my videos. If you enjoy them, send it to some friends, put it on your Facebook post. Yeah, and also don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page. Flowerbugs Ink Spot is where my my videos are originated from, but they will also be on my YouTube channel at also Flowerbugs Ink Spot. So. All right, hello gals who just joined, and today's prize for commenting is a set of gold textured adhesive back dots, and they are beautiful. They go with golds or yellows, and yeah, they're really pretty. They have a slight little texture behind them, a little shimmery. So that's the prize today for commenting. So Lori, I have your address. Brenda, I think I have your email. So oh yeah, we do appetizers for Christmas Eve supper too. Actually, we have an appetizer showdown. This is kind of, and people think it's really fun. It's a tradition where every one of us, including my 11-year-old granddaughter, makes an appetizer. And that is our Christmas Eve dinner. So we all make one, and people know what we're making. We do it right here. I have a galley kitchen and of course my studio. Some people end up arranging or assembling their appetizers in my studio or the dining room, and then we eat, and then we judge and we vote on our top, I think it's our top 2 favorites. And my son and daughter will total the scores, and the top 2 winners gets a choice of prizes. And we also do minute to win it games on Christmas Eve during the day. So we each come with a game, and in my studio, which is I have 3 long tables or 3 tables, and we play minute to win it games. And then we tally up the scores for the winners on those too, and they get prizes. So Christmas Eve is a fun day for us. This year we're celebrating Christmas Eve on Saturday, however, because my son and new daughter-in-law can't make it until Saturday. So it's going to be a long yeah, it is a really fun tradition, and it brings some laughter and fun to, instead of just sitting around and visiting or watching TV, we get a little bit of activity and laughter going on. So lots of pictures. Maybe I'll share some. All right, let's get on to our project. So I'm excited to share a new, something new from the upcoming Spring Catalog and Celebration Catalog. Oh, you do remember my pictures, Elise. Thank you. Yeah, we love to share our pictures. All right, but first I'm going to share a project featuring what I'm doing at club tonight. So I don't know if any of my club gals are watching, but you might want to turn the video off if you want to be surprised. So the Sophisticated Sled bundle is still available. I don't believe it's retiring, and it is just incredible. The dies are something else. I mean, there's dies that match the sled, the skates, the wreath, the bird. Yeah, there's just so many neat things in this bundle. So this is a card we are making this month at my card club. So it was inspired by Susan Campfield. I changed it up a little bit, and if you can see, I used some embossing folders. Oh, I know this is the snowflake one, and now I can't remember the trees one, but those are what I use. A little bit of Wink of Stella on some of the texture. So what I want to share though, and remember the tutorials that I do or the card projects I usually make on my video, I have free project sheets the following Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So I know it is an incredible set of dies and images. So I'm going to share what we are making. I'm going to just do this, put that up there, and get out my pieces. So it can be just a little bit fussy. There is, of course, the sled runner, and then there are these pieces that make the base of the sled. So I used our Country Woods designer paper on here, and what's neat about that, it's very easy because there are little, I don't know if you can see that, little dots. Well, the dots go on these bars, these braces. So this one and this one go on the top and the bottom. That's how I know where to put this. So I am going to add just a little bit of adhesive along here, and I use the kind of the tip to spread the glue out so there isn't any ooze. So I'm looking for these dots to go on those braces. Okay. All right, and then this, oh boy, I put it right on top of my dies, and they kind of sticky. This is my silicone mat, and now I lost my other piece. There it is. So I believe, yeah, this goes like that. So I'm going to just leave my glue off and show you how to assemble this. And the skates are absolutely, oh yeah, I can't say enough about the skates. Again, I'm putting the dots on the blue sled, and this is boho blue. So our sled is done. Now let's do the skates. They are amazing. So look at those little laces. So there's a slit in the skate, and so you put these die cut laces, and of course I cut them out of the boho blue, and you can push them in as far as you want. But then what I decided to do was put a little adhesive, oh boy, way too much, on the back. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of grab some of that adhesive from this one and put it on here. And they do both run the same way, as you can see on the card. So I'm going to lift up, let's see, like this way, and then insert. It's a little bit fiddly, but they're just, and the designers of these were incredible. I just can't get over what they did. And then there's silver for the blades. A little bit gluey here, so I'm going to just add a tiny bit and spread that out and put it on the tips. And I'm just barely giving any pressure to the glue to get those on there. Look at those skates. I mean, and that didn't take that long, did it? And they come out of the dies beautifully. Okay, there are our skates. So now, oops, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of these. And I'm also kind of grabbing, and you know, and honestly, you wouldn't even have to use glue, because if you use dimensionals, it will grab the back of those laces and hold them on there. So let's add them to the sled. Well, might have got a little adhesive on there, that one. I might have to use my little adhesive eraser. I'm going to sneak this one under here just so I get that tip of the blade on that one. So I know we don't sell adhesive erasers anymore, but I still have them. So if you need some, and what I'm doing now is I'm feeling where those dimensionals were at so I don't double do. And then I'm going to put a couple halves on the sled, the top of the sled. Still try and hide that. It is going on white. And you can see that I cut this sled out of the underside of my layer because nobody knows that it's not there, right? So that's how I save a little bit of cardstock when I'm cutting out lots for my club members. And I believe the white is 3.5 by 4 3/4, I believe. Okay, and I don't see the little greeting, but I happen to have one already done. So, oh, I don't have the stamp set here, but I used a stamp set, Hello Friend. Oh, it's in the tab, whatever that tab stamp set is. But I love this Yay All the Way. The Happy Birthday is also from the tab punch stamp set. Okay, all right, we're going to adhere this first to our card, and our card is a 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5.5. So now we will put this on, make sure we leave room for the greeting. Okay, I'm going to do it just a little bit different this time and put, should be using skinny ones, but these will work, minis. And then we just have our inside to stamp yet. That's straight? Looks straight. Okay, so on this one, that's what I did to the inside. And we'll get our ink out. And I like this greeting that says, I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. Perfect for sledding, isn't it? And then you could even do a happy birthday too. So it would be happy birthday. I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. I'm not going to do that this time, but I will use some of these snowflakes to add some detail. I think that's it. Okay, that is the card. Isn't it beautiful? I just love this bundle. It is, if you don't mind die cuts, they are, like I said, they are incredible. And it's fun because when you're die cutting, I just thought I'd show you, the laces are all on one die, the blades are on one die, and the 2 skates are on one die. And then this is where I cut the designer paper out, and you get the top on the same die cut as the sled body. So this little, I don't know if it's a brace, but that would, how many of you remember sledding on those old wood and metal sleds? Oh, I had one. It was old as the hills, but it worked. But plastic toboggan, those little plastic toboggans you can get were so much easier. And you could go on the mountains and the hills and I shouldn't say mountains, in North Dakota we don't have mountains. Okay, that's the first project. Now I'm going to get to our fun fold using brand new projects or bundle today. So Actually, it's not a bundle. There is a bundle, but it's not what I'm going to use. So this is a new stamp set that coordinates with a brand new punch called Bright Borders, and they are just adorable, and the images or the greetings are great too. So it matches a brand new punch called To the Point. Isn't that neat? I love this punch. It is, I'll be using this a lot. It's a great size for greetings. And yeah, so yeah, when I was young, we had, my dad owned a trailer court, and we had a long driveway, and he built his own loader. It was a great big thing. It had a cab, and he actually built two, and he only had an 8th grade education, but he was smart and hands-on, and he built these hydraulic loaders, and he would shovel all our driveway and push it up into a great big hill in the corner of our driveway, and all the neighborhood kids and I would use that big hill for sledding. It was awesome. Okay, so we are using this and the new, let's see, what is this called? Toadstool Gardens. Now I use so much of this paper, I hardly have any bit left, but it has little bits of toadstools and fun colors. Oh, the stripe is great. And like wood grain, ooh, that would be great for the sled too. So, and you get, I think, 8 of each. And like I said, I had to make like 22 cards, so I used a lot of my paper. But here is the card. So when's the last time you made one of these diagonal fold cards? They're so simple to do. And they use your designer paper well too. You just have a 2-inch strip left. And then I cut that 2-inch strip into pieces and added it to the inside of the card. So there's one version, and here is another version. So let's get started. So I did pre-cut my paper, and I know not everybody does that, but it's just easier and quicker for my videos. So you start out with a 4 1/4 by 11-inch card, and then, whoops, that doesn't work. Then you simply cut where the fold is from the top left to the bottom right. So you have to think about this. This is the hardest part of this card, is to make sure, well, there's one more part. Make sure that you trim so your card base, well, honestly, I don't know if it would matter if you would go this way. I just didn't. So yeah, it would, of course, because you wouldn't have anything to adhere it to. So yeah, you have to trim it from the top left when you're, or the middle fold from the top left to the bottom right. And then you're left with this triangle piece. Okay, so once you have that, you will grab, oh, I need my paper trimmer. I was going to use a different paper, but I like this one better, so I'm going to use this one. So now to cut this, honestly, I have to do this. I have to lay it on there or look at my finished card and remember top left to bottom right. So that's how I know which way I'm cutting. So one thing you may want to do with designer paper is start your blade in the center and work out, because oh, that one moved on me. Oh well, we'll see how it looks. But you can push your point in and it just doesn't look as well. So you can get a frayed edge if you start from outside in or down up. So put your blade in the middle if you're using a blade like that. All right, so let's get back to our card. Put those like that, and I'm gonna use my bone folder. Make the card mind. Sometimes I do both sides. All right, so now we have, of course, they're not going to go on like this. You don't want, I mean, you could use that, but you make sure the other side, how did I do that? Oh, I know why I'm doing that wrong. This one goes on top. Okay, let me do that over. This piece, why am I confusing myself? Oh, I know why. Oh, I can get confused like nobody's business. I wonder if I didn't cut it wrong. I did. So, oh well, this is gonna go on top, which is fine. How did I cut that wrong? I'm kind of confused, sorry gals. This one would be here. I have another piece of paper here, and this one would be here. I don't know why that does not work. Yeah, that one's gonna have to be on top. Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong here because this one is definitely cut the same. Oh, I needed the other one pattern side up. I think that's what I did wrong. Anyway, choose your pattern that you want on top, which I did want this one on top, but it didn't end up that way. Oh gosh, might be one of those days. So add your adhesive. Okay, and next, all these pieces out of here, add the next one. And sometimes if I don't get up to the point with my glue, I'll take my tip and just touch it on that glue, and now I have glue at the tip without getting glue, too much glue. Okay, so this is going to go right on top of that, matching up your edges. So what I do, and only because I made so many of those, I just estimate where to add my glue. And again, I'm going to add a little, or tap into that glue for the tip. And adhere this so my edges match. Okay, now for the inside, I thought I had a strip. I had lots of strips left over. Wonder what I did with them. Well, we'll just cut another one for the inside because I know this is 5 1/4 and 1 inch. Okay, a little bit of something. I think I'll use this pattern on the inside. Who loves toadstools? They can be very popular. When we had a mushroom paper in the past and toadstool or something like that, some people said, nope, don't want that one, and they traded. And other people said, oh, I want it, I want it. So mushrooms are another, like, you love them or you don't, I guess. We're going to get to the punch next. This adds a nice contrast on the front of the card, as you can see here. Okay. I have a 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and I'm using Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green. So I like the green because it has these little leaves on it. Okay, and then we'll do the greeting in the Melon Mambo. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I could have done that, Joan. You're right. I thought about doing that, putting this underneath. That is actually a great idea. It really wouldn't matter, would it? Because either way you have the angle showing. So yep, I should have done that. That's a good idea. I actually kind of thought about it, and then I didn't want to think too hard and change up. I don't know what I was thinking. So add that little thank you. I'm going to clean that. Whenever I use pink or purple ink on photopolymer, I try and clean it, but you can see it's still stained fairly well. All right. So now the cute punch. Just love this little to-the-point punch is what it's called. I know you're going to want this. It's probably going to sell out because I think we have, is it a toadstool punch? I didn't get that one. But there is another punch that matches this paper. Another whole, I'm not sure if it's a suite. I think it is a bundle. So Here I'm going to use 3 dimensionals. But it does coordinate. This, remember, this designer paper is in our Celebration catalog, and it is free with a $60 order. So they did raise our Celebration rewards. So in order to get something free, you now have to spend $60 to get an item free. But like I've said before, it's been a long time since they've raised the price. In fact, I know it's been over 20 years since they raised the price for our Celebration rewards. So they were due. It was due. No doubt about that. So unfortunately, everything, what did I do? I went online. Does anybody remember those chocolate oranges? Those where you crack them and they separate into little chocolate pieces. It has been a tradition for our family. Everybody got one in their stocking. I used to find them at the drugstore or Walmart or Target. I went and they're totally out at Walmart. Target doesn't have them. And I went on Amazon and they were $7 a piece. I could not believe it. I'm like, I don't know if they're going to get them this year, because that's not the only thing they get in their stockings. And yes, even my adult kids get stockings. So we're kind of silly. And my husband and I have stockings. So we do a lot of fun things. And Santa comes, even for the adults, a little bit. I mean, games or puzzle or something. But anyway, we love Christmas. Christmas is a huge tradition with us. Yeah, we love it. So, oh, I forgot the gems. The gems are from the Adhesive Back Sequins Trio. I absolutely adore these adhesive back sequins because they are flat. You do not have to worry about, oops, I'll put one here, about increasing postage. So mailing cards out with sequins, they're flat. And yet you can get, we have so many different groups of colors. And I like the clear. You can actually color them with your blends markers too to make them match whatever you're using. So yeah, sequins are a go-to for me for my projects. They are hard to get back in. But, okay, I think that's it for today, and I will see you all in Dollar General, Jennifer. Oh, okay, I will do that. Thank you. Yep, Terry's Chocolate Oranges. It's over $7. It was three for $23. I'm like, what? On Amazon. So thank you, Jennifer. Jen, I'll try that. I appreciate that tip. You bought some at Walmart, huh? They did have some, but they were out. So I may have to just keep looking at their store. And it was for delivery or shipping only. They didn't have any in their store. But thanks, everybody. If anybody else knows where I can find them, I'd appreciate it. All right. Okay, I will see you all in 2 weeks, and have a very Merry Christmas, each of you. All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate you.